This is the North Yorkshire Safeguarding Children Partnership to the LSPs for June 2022. An evaluation of MACE has been completed with consultation with partners over the 7 district MACE Level 2 meetings to identify what they felt was working and where areas could be developed. A series of 7 recommendations have been identified, and these are on screen here. This includes an annual or biannual face-to-face development, training and awareness, work for the education focus group to consider the development of an appropriate resource sharing with education governors. MACE leads to review the current terms of reference for MACE, the MACE operational groups to consider implementing MACE contact lists. MACE leads to consider the current information sharing agreement to extend to the sharing of photographs where appropriate for those who are flagged as posing a risk of exploitation to children, and with the support of the NYSCP, the SAB and the CSP to consider a relaunch of the Partnership Information Sharing Form. Trading Standards alongside other local partners are undertaking work with retailers around the selling of vapes to children. There's an increasing trend and these being used by young people, and in some cases the trading of vapes to other young people. Of particular note appear to be geek bars that, given the colourful nature and the range of flavours offered, are increasingly popular amongst young people. Sextortion has been identified as an emerging issue for young people through the MACE 2 meetings. Children are being targeted through social media and are accepting requests to connect. The perpetrators then move them on quickly to another platform where they're encouraged to join the video chat with sexual activity. The Home Office announced at the end of March that it would be extending the current NRM project. Partners are requesting to continue to promote the use of the Partnership Information Form and including the 1-minute guide. That's available from the NYSCP website. Work is continuing also on the development of the Be Aware Knowledge Hub. This is including consultation with parents and carers and young people, an event in the February half term, work with the PFCC Youth Commission collaboration, a masterclass for launch in June 2022, and the ongoing development of the Be Aware site has been used as a key message running up to the Child Exploitation and Awareness Day on the 18th of March 2022. As a partnership, we've had our first partnership awards. This has gone to Hambleton Fast Social Workers, Helen Lavender, the School Liaison Police Officer, Jess Ward from Inspire Youth, Anthony Ken, Police Community Safety Hub at Richmondshire, and Karen Hedgley, the Designated Nurse for Safeguarding Children in Care. We're currently undertaking work with schools in relation to Keeping Children Safe in Education 2022, which has just been released. The NYSCP is now responsible also for the DSL meetings within the schools. The new DSL networks will be open to all schools in North Yorkshire and not just those previously trading with the local authority. These will also be free events for schools. We're anticipating this will improve two-way communication and information sharing with schools, and we're also looking at the possibility of running a DSL conference in October. For upcoming training, there are a number of masterclasses that are planned. This includes the Be Aware launch and the Professional Development Programme. We have our quickfire updates in July. We are looking to confirm the Halo project in September. There will be an additional Early Years Providers and Childminders special masterclass in October, together with another one for harmful sexual behaviours, and then following on at the end of the year in November by a quickfire update. As always, just wanted to remind you of what our key links are. You have our Contact Us page, which has all of the numbers that you will need. Our website is safeguardingchildren.co.uk. Our Twitter address is twitter.com/NYSCP1. Our Facebook group is facebook.com/NYSCP1. You can also follow us on YouTube. The link is on the screen. Please do subscribe to that channel, because when you subscribe it helps us get to the magic number that we need so that we are able to name our channel. Unfortunately, due to the rules of YouTube, this is only limited to those people who have a certain number of followers. Instagram is NYSCP, and you can also listen to our podcast on Anchor FM / North Yorkshire Safeguarding Children Partnership. Don't forget, you can also subscribe using the link on the screen or on our website to our e-bulletin. The e-bulletin comes out on the first working day of every month. That concludes the update from the NYSCP. Thank you for listening.
North Yorkshire Community Safety Partnership Update. Domestic Abuse Act update on current work streams. North Yorkshire County Council and City of York Council are currently drawing up final plans for awarding external partners to deliver a joint needs assessment and a wider systems assessment for domestic abuse. This will focus on our accommodation arrangements for survivors of domestic abuse and the touch points of service delivery around accommodation, which will provide authorities with an understanding of the gaps in the service and a proposed way forward that supports all communities and will tie in with the principles within our safe accommodation strategy. Multi-agents training. North Yorkshire County Council and City of York are working with IDAS to finalise a framework for training across partnerships. This will provide a suite of modules commencing with domestic abuse awareness signs and indicators, full-day virtual training, and a further 8 modules that will include a focus on children and what support for different marginal groups, including older people, involves and how professionals can support and recognise abuse and respond. There is a mix of full and half-day events which will commence around September 2022 and continue until March 2024. Domestic Abuse Housing Alliance. North Yorkshire County Council are creating a centralised role within the housing support team. The coordinating role will work directly with housing stockholders across districts and boroughs to establish current practice in terms of policy and process for supporting domestic abuse survivors, and then draw delivery plans to achieve the 8 strands of the Domestic Abuse Housing Alliance Safe Housing and coordinate steering groups and working groups to implement change. Building capacity within IDAS Hub. There are 2 full-time additional staff members are currently being recruited by IDAS that will support a speedy contract and signposting to support through the single hub. There will also be 2 domestic abuse community support workers which will be recruited to support the Gypsy, Roman Traveller communities across 4 permanent sites, and this will be managed by Horton Houses on a 2-year pilot proposal. These workers will be recruited with experience of working within the travelling community and will be provided with IDAS and ISVA training during the course of the pilot. North Yorkshire County Council Domestic Abuse Local Partnership Board will also be recruiting an independent chair in late June. Local strategy to address violence against women and girls. This update is on behalf of the North Yorkshire Community Safety Partnership, the Safeguarding Adults Board and the Safeguarding Children's Partnership, as this area of work covers safeguarding and community safety. The term violence against women and girls refers to the acts of violence or abuse that we know disproportionately affects women and girls. Crimes and behaviours covered by this term include rape and other sexual offences, domestic abuse, stalking, honour-based abuse, as well as many others, including offences committed online. While the term violence against women and girls is used throughout the strategy refers to all victims of any of these offences. The Office of the Police, Fire and Crime Commission is currently developing this local strategy with a range of partners. Local delivery plans are currently being co-produced. The proposed governance arrangements will include a strategic Violence Against Women and Girls Leadership Board, which will include representatives from Community Safety Partnership, Safeguarding Children's Partnership and Safeguarding Adults Board for both North Yorkshire and York, and Local Criminal Justice Partnership. It also includes lay members and local organisations representing girls and women, and conduct biannual reviews of progress against local delivery plans. Publish the findings of these progress reviews to provide greater transparency and accountability. Strategic priority objectives for local delivery include listening to all women and girls, including those from underrepresented communities, and proactively seek feedback to inform continuous service improvements. Prevention and early intervention, including awareness campaigns to tackle a root cause of violence against women and girls at a cultural level, promoting a zero-tolerance approach to these behaviours. Increasing public confidence and trust in the police, including holding the police to account on their handling of reports of violence against women and girls. Strengthening the multi-agency approaches to address violence against women and girls, including the wider criminal and civil court processes. Enhancing support for victims, including ensuring all services and agencies that come into contact with victims offer trauma-aware, high-quality and timely responses. Facilitating behaviour change by perpetrators, including expanding the availability and scope of behavioural change intervention and programmes that focus on both enforcement and rehabilitation. In developing this strategy, there has been significant consultation with victims and survivors. There are 4 main themes that have been consistent throughout the focus groups and survey responses, and these will be incorporated as overarching outcomes within our local delivery plans. These include victims need to be heard, victims need to be believed, trauma-aware responses should begin with the police and extend across the whole criminal justice system, and education of young people need to be a priority to learn to appreciate behaviours from an early age. The local plans for North Yorkshire and York will incorporate all of the work that is happening and identify actions for any gaps. The objectives outlined are currently being circulated across the strategic partnerships and leaders to gain buy-in. A multi-agency group will develop the action. Updates of this strategy can be provided to future LSPs.
Hello, this is the Q2 update from the North Yorkshire Safeguarding Adults Board for the local safeguarding partnerships. As part of Safeguarding Week 2022, the North Yorkshire Safeguarding Adults Board will be hosting 3 sessions. Each session will feature a panel of experts, including those from primary care, substance misuse services, mental health trusts, adult social care, and also colleagues from our Stronger Communities team at NYCC. We will also hear from people within local communities who've set up their own groups, particularly in relation to bereavement support, and hearing from national organisations as part of this. The details to our sessions can be found on this slide, and the links to directly book are on this slide too. We will also be using the campaign to promote the message of how to report a safeguarding concern, and this is in light of the work going on around the local government reorganisation to ensure that people, particularly within our localities, know that although there are changes going on within the district and boroughs as we become one council, the way that we report a safeguarding concern remains the same, and we ask that LSPs and local organisations and communities support this. A full schedule of events and booking details for the campaign can be found at the link on this slide, and we ask that LSPs and their members promote the campaign throughout your localities, communities and networks, as well as support the campaign and encourage people to attend the many sessions that are happening both at a local level and throughout the schedule of activities. Thank you. The North Yorkshire Safeguarding Adults Board has a statutory duty to publish an annual report, and we're asking that the local safeguarding partnerships provide an update. A formal request has gone to the LSP chairs from the SAB chair for your contributions for the 2021 to 2022 SAB annual report. This year we want to look at how we've worked to deliver on our 4 priorities. We want to give examples of work, including that from the LSPs, which has helped to deliver the strategic priorities at a local level, and most importantly of all, we want to hear about how this work has impacted on people with lived and/or living experience, as well as your local communities. The deadline for contributions is Friday the 1st of July, and we appreciate that as well as the LSP chairs, that they will be supported by their LSP members to contribute to this work also. Thank you. The North Yorkshire Safeguarding Adults Board has many resources, such as our 1-minute guides, our accessible Keeping Safe resources, links to training, and links to the North Yorkshire Safeguarding Adults Board procedures, all available on our website, and the links to these are on this slide. You can also keep up to date with the work of the board by accessing our newsletter via our website. You can follow us on Twitter, and you can also visit our website where we update regularly on our key areas of work and focus. We will now ask for the recording to be paused so that you can ask any questions or comments, and if there are any questions or comments that can't be answered today, you can contact us via nysab@northyorks.gov.uk. Thank you.